Welcome, everybody, to Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida for this offensive powerhouse of a matchup. We got the Minnesota Vikings fresh off of a 31-point performance against the Ravens, set to take on the Miami Dolphins, led by a healthy and conscious Tua Tagovailoa and, of course, Tyreek Hill. We're expecting a lot of points, a lot of action, and a lot of good football on the way. As I throw my tags, my thumbnail in here, we welcome everybody joining me today. Good to have all of you guys here as per usual. Just about a week left of episodes where we get to see who ends up winning the ladder. It's the question on many of your minds. And we're going to answer that in about 8 games. As Minnesota and Miami get ready for kickoff. As there's the thumbnail. Finally, YouTube Studio's a little bit buggy sometimes, but we got it in before the kickoff. That is all that matters. As it looks like Miami is going to kick to the Minnesota Vikings. Chat down below your score predictions for a chance at moderator. And in the future, that's going to change up and be something different, but for the time now, the blue wrench is going to be your biggest friend. Chat is open up. What's good, Chili? What's good, XSM? Welcome. And eggs off. Dolphins 34-28 in overtime. I like that. Dolphins win 5 games. Okay. I like that. I think the Dolphins are a fun team, you know? I don't know that you can dislike Miami too much. Dolphins will kick it away. Minnesota set to take the field for offense here. Yeah, yesterday it was definitely Reagor, which was shocking. Who will it be today? So Kirk Cousins coming off of a 4-touchdown performance in the 31-7 victory over the Baltimore Ravens last night. Incredible offense. But his very first pass was an interception. So he's going to be looking to avoid that here in Miami. Some of the most passionate fans in the NFL here at Hard Rock Stadium. Cousins opening up play action. Going to throw a little check down to the right side of Dalvin Cook. Excellent swim move. Shutting off a tackle, picking up 8. Florida State running back. Look at this first completion. Howard gets the most receptions from Kirk, but Ramsey gets more touchdowns. Second down and 2, handoff Cook. He's going to make another excellent move down to the left side, looking to break away. How about the moves early on here from Dalvin Cook? A gain of 24. And the fireworks are just starting to light up. Oh, it's a check down. You can only throw a pick in such a miraculous way on a play like that. He just broke Alec Engle's ankles. Wow. That is insane. Good start to this Minnesota drive. Already 2 plays in Miami territory. Cousins rolling right. Little bootleg pass is caught by Reagor, his favorite target yesterday. Had 113 yards. He'll start with a gain of 6 there on his first reception. Former Philadelphia Eagle, who's definitely getting more attention now. It's funny how him and Jefferson went back-to-back in the draft, and now they're both on the Vikings. Jefferson, the obvious wide receiver 1 for this team. I don't think that'll ever change. They just picked up his 5th-year option earlier today. Handoff here to Dalvin Cook up the middle. Finally a run that doesn't go for a big gain. That one's going to go for 2 yards still. And it will be 3rd down and 2. See who the winner takes on here. Now that the Dolphins are out of the way, even though they don't have a first-round pick, which we'll discuss later, winner of this to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Handoff here is going to be blown up by Dalvin Cook. I think that's right. It will be Jacksonville. Yes, all right. Yeah, winner of this to play the Jaguars. That should be fun. See a 24 roster Packer match. Yeah, here in about a couple weeks when the season starts. I mean, the Packers are unfortunately already out of the ladder, but Obviously, season coming around soon. They will definitely have a chance to make their name heard. 55-yard attempt here from Greg Joseph to open up scoring. That is just short. And the Dolphins will take over from around midfield. Burrow 50-yard option. Yeah, that was a gimme. If we must be so real. That was an easy gimme. Well, 3:36, and it's still 0-0. Vikings empty-handed on their first drive, surprising with how well their offense was doing towards the end of the game yesterday. Tagovailoa opened up passing here. There's the man, Tyreek Hill, the most dangerous connection in football, in my opinion. Somehow not a first down. Okay. Gain of 9.5. I don't know how you could justify that not being a first down, but whatever. It'll be second down in inches. So what can Miami produce from here? Tagovailoa under center. Mostert in the backfield. We'll get the stretch left side, shedding off a defender. Another Jew tried to hit the edge. He gets to the 40. Gain of 7 yards. Both running backs here. Impressive. I'm telling you, the more that we advance in this series, the better these animations are going to look. And the more bearable football is going to be. That's why I think the regular season is so much fun, is because you're always going to have at least one good team playing. Never two bad ones for the most part. Which is why that's a lot of fun, unless it's like Bears-Texans, which we did have last year. Stuff like that will happen eventually, as Tyreek Hill is going to go backwards 2 yards. Ran into the motioning tight end. Can't really have a lot of speed if you don't have room to accelerate. Well played there by Za'Darius Smith. I'm still a little bit ill. You guys can probably hear it in my voice. Trying to work through it. When the mucus is taking over. Second down and 12 now after Tyreek Hill runs the wrong way. Carry right side is going to go the right way with a lot of yards there. That's a pickup of nearly 20. As Cedric Wilson going to be injured here for the Dolphins. That's a pretty big loss. Other than Mahomes. Wow, I couldn't read that. Other than Mahomes, Bijan said he would like to play with Jalen Hurts. And realistically, that could happen. Although, in my opinion, he goes to the Bengals. I think he's going to be Cincinnati running back here. With all the legal troubles Joe Mixon's in, with Samaje Perine no longer being a Bengal, I think he's going to fall to Cincy. Or they're going to trade up or something. He's a very good running back. A lot of talent. Solid running back out of Texas. Dolphins looking to get into the red zone here. Tagovailoa with a play-action pass. Going to throw it right side. It's going to be caught for a gain of 8. Saubert. Never heard of him before. Not a clue as to who that is or where he came from. Are there any Finns fans in the chat that could help me out? I've never heard of this man before. I have heard of Tua, and he's inside the 15. Tyreek Hill getting a jet sweep, making a move, getting shoved down to the 6. That time he finds a seam and is able to burst through there in a hurry. Dolphins looking for an opening drive touchdown here, which would help them out quite a bit. Under a minute and a half to go in the first quarter. It's been pretty impressive so far. A lot of big plays, a lot of first downs. No points yet, but that is likely going to change with this play. Tua in the shotgun, standing at the 10-yard line. Head off Mostert left side, looking to break away. He got halfway there. It'll be second and goal from the 3. Well, Jefferson and Osborne both split 2 touchdowns in yesterday's win against the Ravens. Dalvin Cook had a 100-yard rushing performance as well. Very impressive from everybody, but no signs of their offense. Signs of this offense, though, is Mostert down to the 1, nearly got in there. That was a battle of who was stronger, and that time one of them is going to win it. It'll be third down and goal. See if the Dolphins want to snap one last time before the end of the first period. Looks like they will. Bunch formation here on third and goal from the half-yard line. Tua puts his head down, snap, handoff, and a blown-up play there. Well played by Harrison Smith and company. Mostert loses 2 yards. That'll bring us to the end of the first quarter with a score of 0-0. Dolphins to attempt the field goal when we come back. That was excellently played there by the Viking defense, somehow keeping the high-octane Dolphins out of the end zone. It's what you got to do. Can't get down too much to this Dolphins team or they will never look back. My Browns experienced that, unfortunately. Jason Sanders on now for the 20-yard chip shot from the left hash to put the Dolphins on the board. To open the scoring, the kick is up and good. Miami on top by 3. We are officially 3 days away from the NFL draft. 72 hours until the Carolina Panthers are on the clock. Which is very exciting. I'm expecting big things. I'm expecting big trades like we've never seen before. We're going to see a lot of very talented players flying around. Return taken here by Minnesota. Looking to get on the board themselves. Return taken out to the 24-yard line, and out comes Kirk Cousins yet again. Looking to cook. All right, I have returned. This illness is killing me. Not fun, but you got to endure it, you know. MJ had the flu game. I'm going to have the flu game myself here. Cousins will hand off to Cook up the middle. That play is blown up, a gain of just 2. I'm shocked Cook even produced 2 yards out of a play like that. What's your guys' bold draft take? Chat seems dormant, so I got to try to ignite a fire here. Who's going to make a big ballsy trade? As Cousins steps way back on second. Nate looking for a deep pass left side. That one is going to go in the Gatorade bucket. Beside the bench. Not a good pass there from Kirk Cousins. Somebody tell him it's noon. Return to the Terminator. Big time 3rd and 8 for the Vikings. Down by 3. Don't want to get too far behind too early. Cousins, a pass right side. It's intercepted. That's not going to help him. This one might be a pick 6 as Dalvin Cook saves the day. Xavier Howard, one of the most high-octane corners in football, with a big-time pick is Kirk Cousins. I really don't know if that's on him or Rager. I feel like Rager was supposed to come back for that, but Howard jumps the route, and that's an interception for the Dolphin defense. Oh, yeah, that's very true. You did call it. Jackson Smith, wide receiver, Ohio State. It's a guy that Packers fans want. I have heard that, actually. And I think you might actually get him. I feel like he's going to fall around that place. I don't think anybody below you really needs a receiver that bad. So, as long as he can stay healthy, because I'm an Ohio State fan, I think he'll produce pretty well. Hey, no, if you're to Mostert, he's going to look to go up the middle, run into the behind of his center, and then redirect forward for a gain of 4. I think the receivers are a lot of fun in this draft. There's a lot of very talented wide receivers. Second down and 6, under 5 to go in the first half. Dolphins looking to add to their lead. A stretch left side, and that one is blown up. Excellently played once again by this front 4 of Minnesota. Arkansas looked good. I'll take him too. I've actually never heard of him before. I don't watch a lot of college ball. And I'm not into a lot of these mock drafts either, you know, because I'm not the GM of my team. Why am I going to waste hours of my time researching players that aren't even going to end up on my team, you know? Seems pretty lame. 3rd down and 9, Tagovailoa in the shotgun from the 17. A pass across the middle is hauled in down to the 2-yard line. Here's Smythe. Gain of 15 with less than 4 to go in the half. Dolphins threatening with a goal-to-go situation once again. first down and goal. An I formation look for the first time this afternoon. The man set in motion at the top of your screen. Handoff here to Mostert, who's got blocking to lead the way. Touchdown, Miami. Turning the turnover into points. Big time drive there by Tua. Short field to work with, but he worked with it just fine. And the Dolphins take an early 9-0, set to be 10-0 lead. As the Sanders extra point is up and through. Already scored more today than the Ravens did the entire afternoon yesterday. That Baltimore offense was very broken. To be quite honest with you, it had seen better days. So now the Vikings with a chance to rebuttal. And I think they should probably do it pretty fast, considering they are not going to receive the second half kickoff. It'll be Miami to receive, which is dangerous. Like I said, don't want to play from behind against this team, especially on the road. That is very scary. Return here taken from the 9-yard line out to the left side. That's a terrible return given the return spot. Madden needs to add the real playbook. I agree. I'd agree with that statement. Madden is very annoying. Dolphins up by 10. Kirk Cousins coming back onto the field after the INT. With a pass left side, that's intercepted. It's going to be a pick six. Back-to-back picks for Kirk Cousins. And the Dolphins are starting to rout the Vikings. Nick Needham with the pick six. Probably the worst place Kirk Cousins could have looked on the football field. Throws it right to Nick Needham in stride into the end zone. Wow. Kirk, man. Will we see a record for most points scored by a single team in a game? Fun fact, I think Miami holds that record right now with 32 in the Dolphins-Jets shootout during last season. Oh, they're definitely on pace to break it, and they get the ball to begin half number 2. Up 17-0 already with every ounce of momentum possible. But the Vikings are the only NFL team to come back from a 33-point deficit and win. So, I don't think this game's over yet. Still a lot could happen. So don't click away just yet. Let it sink in real quick how bad Kirk Cousins is playing today. Remember how I said yesterday that he could actually make a push to be the best quarterback in this series? Well, he just ruined that in the first 9 minutes of this game. Oh, Kirko. How fun must it be to be a Vikings fan? I'm assuming I'm not very. Kick here from Jason Sanders. Return to the Vikings. Another one taken from the 8. Finally a good return past the 25 to the 27-yard line. And now Kirk Cousins back to the football field after back-to-back interceptions. A feat only non-nuke Kirk Cousins, or non-nuke Kirk Cousins, can pull off. I don't know that any quarterback in the NFL could do that, except for him. Will he deliver with the trifecta, or will the Vikings finally succumb to the measures of having to run the football? That would probably be in their best interest. Let's see. Kirk Cousins looking for the hat trick here with another interception. They're going to let him fly again. Pass right side is going to be finally caught by the right team. It's Justin Jefferson. Jefferson's first reception today. Had 2 touchdowns yesterday, as mentioned before. But with the way Kirk Cousins is throwing the football, I don't know that he'll even have another reception this game. 2nd and 3, Cousins under center. Going play action, got good protection across the middle. He goes, there's a man wide open, Justin Jefferson, speak of the devil, inside the Dolphin 40. And all of a sudden, Minnesota is threatening once again. I'm telling you, this game is going to be a lot more interesting than what you might think. The Muhammad to Georgia Southern. Interesting. Maybe the final play before the 2-minute warning. As Cousins feeling the heat, throwing on the run. A wobbler's incomplete, and it will not be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Jefferson in the slot is going off. That's true. One of the best route techs in the league. You gotta love it. You know what I gotta love too? The dedication to some of you in chat. You guys are here like every night. It's so impressive. The level of consistency is unmatched. Despite the chat being extremely dead because nobody else shows up but you guys. I really do appreciate it. Pass right side, it's almost intercepted again. But it's caught there by Osborne. His first reception today. It'll be 3rd and 4. As we hit the 2-minute warning with the Dolphins all over the Minnesota Vikings, up 17-0. Winner to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Just a short drive away here for the Dolphins. Their fans should travel well. Minnesota with all 3 timeouts. Not really in any necessary hurry on 3rd and 4. Just got to pick up the first down first. And this is going to be close. Osborne shedding off the defender, but exiting out of bounds. He will somehow be called for a loss of a yard. Incoming Minnesota field goal. Everything is going the Dolphins' way currently. And we'll see if Greg Joseph can break the shutout that the Dolphins are currently hosting. This is a 51-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick is up on the way, and Minnesota's on the board. Good field goal there from Joseph. That's a big-time field goal, bringing it back within 2 possessions. But Tua and company have a lot of time and a lot of timeouts. Could add to their point total, which would be quite something here. If they could score another touchdown or even a field goal, that'd be huge for the record. Minnesota comeback. We've seen it before. Will we see it again? Kickoff back to the Dolphins. What a big kick there from Joseph. He put his entire foot through that one. That might be the greatest kick I've ever seen in a Madden game. Didn't even have a chance to return it. All right, what are we thinking here? What's our prediction, chat? Punt, field goal, turnover, or touchdown? I'm going with the touchdown here. First down and set. Tagovailoa under center. He will drop back to pass. Vikings rush 5. Tagovailoa left hand side on the run, incomplete. Hill had it for a moment, knocked out of his hands. Believe it or not, Tyreek Hill has the same amount of passes caught as Xavier Howard. Dolphins blowout score is going to be 31-10. That's probably a good prediction at this point. I kind of hope the Dolphins score more than that, but we'll see. Second down and 10 now for Tagovailoa. An empty backfield. Vikings only going to rush 4, but that's enough to bring down Tua. Big time sack. Vikings burn a timeout. They want to bring this within 7 if possible before the half. And you can kind of feel the momentum in this building shifting a little bit, especially if they can get a stop here. But all it takes is one big play to change it all. And we'll see exactly what the Dolphins do. Looks like they're going to run here, and the Vikings are going to bring heavy pressure. Tua hands off to Mostert up the middle. Had a seam for a minute, closed quickly. Timeout number 2 taken by the Vikings. They'll get the ball back here with plenty of time to score again. Probably have 90 seconds at a timeout. Well, if you guessed punt, you were correct. Punt here for the Miami Dolphins. Their first of the day because they've hardly had the ball on offense. This is a good punt. Return from the 31, but a lot of running room. That's going to be a good return to the 44-yard line. Vikings starting with good field position. It's time for Noonkirk to take over. This is the kind of show we've been waiting for. We need to see offensive firepower right here. Because if the score ends up being 17-10 at halftime, I would consider that a W. To be quite honest with you. Cousins trying to lead a big-time drive here before the half. Pass left side is going to be incomplete, intended for Dalvin Cook. Big hit there, forced the incompletion. I'm going to do my Weddle game today. Let's do that during halftime. I think that's going to be the move. We get it. Actually, I'll do easy mode right now because that's going to take like 5 seconds. Start with Garrett Wilson. Non-AFC player, non-wide receiver. All right, cool. Second down and 10. Cousins in the shotgun. Good protection across the middle for whatever reason. He can't find the open hands of the wide open Dalvin Cook. It'll be third down and 10. So an NFC running back. Let's go with Saquon. Okay, it's a running back, not the NFC East. He's got a higher number. Under 6 feet tall. Seems like the running back for the Niners. Pass left side here is going to be caught on the run by Jefferson inside the 40-yard line. Big time first down conversion there from Kirk Cousins. Jeff Wilson Jr. No, that's not who that is it? Yeah, I've done this up. That's the God bless it. Who was the? No, it's not CMC, is it? What is the objective of Weddle? It's like Wordle, but you just guess based off of the NFL player who it is. Numbers taller than 26, though. Okay, you just start listing off running backs. Let's go Swift here, because 32 is a pretty bigger number. There we go, DeAndre Swift was the correct answer. 50 seconds left to go in the half. Pass right side is going to be caught on the run by Hawkinson. The cross-divisional trade last year came over from the Detroit Lions to help the Minnesota Vikings get to the playoffs. That's a big-time completion. And Vikings going to keep their timeout pocketed for the moment. That was easy mode. We'll do hard mode during halftime. That way my brain will actually have to think. Under 30 seconds now, it's first down at 10. Cousins looking for a deep completion here as he will drop back. Pass across the middle is caught by Jefferson. And I think the Vikings are going to run the clock out here. They will take a timeout with 16 seconds left on second down and 4. All right, I'm going to take my first guess. We're going to guess a random, no, not Jerome Baker. It was him a couple days ago. We'll guess DJ Wonnum. Why not? Okay, wow. Non-NFC player, non-defensive player. Much shorter, much older, number much less. Vikings will attempt a 35-yarder to pull this one within 11. Make it a 17-6 game at the break. Kick is up and good with 13 seconds left in the half. Well, you got to admit, Chad, it's been an entertaining first half. Defensive points, offensive points, everybody's getting their money's worth today. All right, AFC offensive player who is older than 25 significantly, under 6'5". We're going to go with a running back here. Who's an older AFC running back? No, it wouldn't be as easy as Derrick Henry. It's going to be like a backup or something, or like a guard. What about Kareem Hunt? He does have a team. Okay. I guess they don't want to put him in here for whatever reason. We'll go Hunter Renfrow then. Oh, it's a Vegas player. Great. Kneel down taken by the Dolphins with 13 seconds left to go in at the half. Probably going to see another one of those kneel downs before we head to the break. So, Vegas Raider is an offensive player, but he doesn't. So he's a lot taller than 5'10". Still a lot older. Got to think about their running backs. As the Dolphins are actually going to run a genuine play here. Handoff right side is going to go to Mostert. He'll pick up a gain of 7. And that'll bring us to halftime with the score Dolphins 17, Minnesota Vikings 6. An action-packed second half on the way. Winner to take on the Jaguars. I actually guessed the wrong Jacobs. Cool. Josh Jacobs, try that. Not a running back. Okay, so offensive line. Perhaps? No, not a tackle. Cool. Oh, it's a quarterback. Who is the... Oh, Jimmy G, right? No way it's as simple as Jimmy G. No, of course not. He's a quarterback. He's a backup quarterback for the Raiders. I already guessed Jared Stidham. Apparently he's moved on. As the kick back to the Dolphins, another booming kick there from Greg Joseph. Touchback here. Is it like Josh Johnson or something like that? Oh, I don't know. I really don't. This is frustrating. The backup quarterback for the Las Vegas Raiders. Surely it can't be anybody that impressive. I can't imagine. Dolphins open up on the offensive end here. First down and 10. Pass left side out of the backfield is going to be caught. Excellent move there from Mostert. He's been dominant so far in this game. A pickup of 8. That is only Tagovailoa's 4th completion of the game, yet the Dolphins are up by 11. I don't know who Nathan Peterman plays for anymore. The Bears. Hi. Who's the backup quarterback for the Vegas Raiders? Handoff, Mostert here, Raheem Mostert. Pickup of 3 yards. First down here for the Dolphins. I can't lie, I'm in a box right now. I've got to start trying to figure out his number. Brian Hoyer, I'll try it. Oh, look at you. You know what's funny? Is I actually thought about guessing Bailey Zappi. Because I for some reason, because I guess Peterman and Zappi. Because I knew last year that Zappi played a game or two. He beat the Browns. Head off here. Mostert jumps over defender, picks up 6. Yeah, that was correct. That was a good guess. I wanted to guess Zappi, but I knew that he's competing with Mac Jones for the starting spot. But I forgot that Brian Hoyer actually started against, I think, the Packers. And he got hurt in the first quarter. I forgot about that. You were correct, though. Second down and 4. Another handoff to Mostert. Right side, got excellent blocking. He's got a lot of room to run inside the 40. Minnesota injury. That's going to be a back injury there to the corner, Shandon Sullivan. And, of course, he's holding his wrist when he heads into the locker room. This game doesn't know what injuries are. So you guys remember in the old Maddens when it would tell you what the injury was and whether you wanted to keep the player in or not? Why did they ever take that out? I don't understand. Kind of painful to think about, to be real. But Raheem Mostert has been so dominant this game. Lots of carries for him. The 6th pass from Tagovailoa is caught. His 5th completion to Tyreek Hill. A gain of 9. Those were good times. Still in me because I don't have next gen. Oh, that's true. That might be still in current gen. Well, we saw current gen 22 and next gen 23. What do you guys prefer for these simulations? Because I'm down to do whatever for next year. That's on second down and 1. Low pass. And a rollout left side here for Tua. Pass is going to be up down to the tight end. That's going to be a haul in of 2. And a first down completion. Actually, it's the fullback, Alec Ingold, who actually had quite a few rushing touchdowns last season. Next gen, of course, good. I had a feeling we were on the same page there, but I don't know. Next gen's, you know, it's flashy, but I prefer old gen 2K. It kind of just depends on the game, to be honest. Under 4 to go now in the third quarter. Pass right side is going to be caught. There's Jalen Waddle. Haven't heard his name called yet today, but the second half of the star-studded duo of the Miami Dolphins. Easily the best wide receiver duo in the NFL. I will see no objections. And that includes Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill are better. I will see no arguments. Halfway through the third quarter now. Tua from inside the red zone. Screen pass right side, almost caught by the O-lineman. Who remembers the O-lineman for the Dolphins against that Ravens team during COVID that went like head first through a whole tornado spin mid-air and scored a touchdown? One of the highlights of this season. Big time third down and 2. Vikings defense looking for a big stop to keep it a 2-possession game, but the Dolphins looking to advance it, and that's a big time tackle for loss. This Vikings front 4 is very aggressive. Daniel Hunter. Definitely remember that. That was like the pinnacle of that season. That was a very, very good memory. Jason Sanders on now for the 38-yarder. To make it a 14-point game once again, the kick is up and good. Miami wins the race to 20. But that's honestly a win for the Vikings, other than they gave up over 3 minutes of clock. That's not going to help them. Vikings are, I don't know they're cooking. They still haven't scored a touchdown today. Lamar, wide receiver, was still in that game. That's true. Lamar also didn't play incredibly well. But yeah, a lot of drop passes. Kick here from Sanders. Back to the Vikings, who trail by 14 with the football. They're not in bad shape compared to how they were earlier. This return is going to be taken to exactly the 25-yard line. And I'm telling you right now, all it takes is one big play. We saw Lamar go 82 yards by himself to pull away from the Seahawks a couple of nights ago. And all it takes is one giant pass to Justin Jefferson, and the Vikings are back within one score. That's why Madden's so interesting. It's so intriguing. It might not be realistic all the time, and by all the time, I mean most of the time. It is very unrealistic, but it's entertaining. Even if the score is 30-0, we might see one of the craziest Madden moments history's ever seen. As Dalvin Cook down the right side, what did I say? All it takes is one play in the most broken fashion possible. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 75-yard burst for Dalvin Cook. I told you. Got the player wrong, but the play right. That was the most broken play of all time. He ran into his own offensive lineman, did a 360, and took it to the house. Extra point to make it a 7-point game, and the Vikings are slowly creeping back. And now plenty of time. I told you guys this was going to be an absolute shootout. My promise is about to hold true. That was absolutely right on cue. I don't know how I call that one, to be real. I must have been hand-delivered a script. Rushing touchdowns are cool and all. We've seen quite a few, but I want to see a deep passing touchdown. It's been a while since we've seen one of those. I'm talking like I want someone to moss someone else and like stiff arm and then run to the end zone. Like I want to see a beast mode type of reception. We'll see. Still plenty of time for one of those in this game. Knee taken here by the Dolphins. Out comes Tua. Limited rest for this offense, who was forced to just a field goal on their opening drive of the half. But all of a sudden, their 17-0 lead is down to 7. 13-3 run here for the Vikings. I think this is the most highly scoring competitive game we've had this season. Tua looking to lead a big drive here, not make any mistakes. Handoff is going to go to Mostert. He'll pick up 3 or 2. His 15th carry. We're not even done with the third quarter yet. Which for an offense that includes Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle, 15 carries for Raheem Mostert is an unexplainable amount. He should never get that many carries. But to his own, he's had more than 5 yards per carry, so he'll get his 16th here. Going right side, that time he's only going to pick up 3. And so now it's 3rd down and 5, and this is a big-time 3rd down. These games are never over until it's over. That includes kneel downs, because these games love to punt to their opponent when they don't need to. Big time 3rd and 5 for Tua. Across the middle he goes. He's got his tight end at the 40-yard line. That's caught by Smythe. Or Smith. I still don't know how to pronounce his name. He's got the Y in there. That's just very annoying. Where did Gesicki end up going? Did he go to New England? Why don't I feel like he's a Patriot now? I just don't remember. 100 minutes to go now in the third. A new set of downs and another handoff right side to Mostert. This time he is red, and I'm pretty sure this Vikings front four is really starting to pick up on this. He is on the Pats? All right. W. I don't understand how these teams can just trade to their divisional rivals. I don't get that. Pitch left side is going to be taken again. That's a big-time trip. That might have saved a first down and maybe even more. So on 3rd down and 5, this will be a big play heading into the 4th quarter. Dolphins up 20-13 with the ball, trying to hang on for dear life. Stadium lights are on in Miami, Florida. Sun is starting to set. And it's dawning upon the Dolphins that they got to do a lot more on this possession, and that first down of 11 yards is really going to help them. I don't know. This is going to be an interesting finish. I'm kind of hoping the Dolphins don't score here. Yeah, it's definitely been a good game. I've been impressed. First down and 10. I formation look here. Mostert in the backfield once again as Tagovailoa got a pass. Here comes the pressure up the edge. Pass right side is almost intercepted. That would have changed a lot. It'll fall harmlessly incomplete. 2nd down and 10 on the way. And now on 2nd and 10, Mostert got to be tired. He's been carrying this team like a sled dog, and he will get a carry right side here, going to pick up more yards. Just a gain of 2. He's got to fight for every grass clipping at this point. It's more than just every inch. 3rd down and 8. This is a big-time place to get a stop before the Dolphins get to field goal range. Minnesota wants to keep it very interesting. They need to stop here. Tagovailoa from the shotgun on 3rd down and 8. Here comes the pressure off the edge, and it's a Harrison Smith sack. Big-time players make big-time plays at the biggest moments. And that one might come back to haunt Miami, because even with an incompletion, they could have kicked a 59-yarder. But Minnesota, from the depths of hell, have a chance to tie it up on this possession. Punt shanked out of bounds to the 27. Only a 20-yard punt. That's embarrassing. But out comes Kirk Cousins, Perk Thuggins, whatever you want to call him. He's got one mission on his mind, and that's to find the end zone 73 yards away in 4 minutes and 22 seconds to tie things up here in Miami for the first time since it was 0-0. And it starts here. Fins fans on their feet. Cousins dropping back. Here comes pressure. Pass left side incomplete. He couldn't handle the pressure that time, and I can't blame him. It was kind of dawning upon him pretty fast. It'll be 2nd down and 10 now for Cousins. Looking to cook something up here. A pass right side is incomplete, but we do have a penalty marker down. This could change some things as it's defensive pass interference. Automatic first down for the Vikings. They'll move the ball 11 yards forward. And the Vikings keep the drive chugging along. On 1st down and 10 now, Cousins from under center. Will hand off to Cook. He will go up the middle, shedding one tackle, spinning down at the 44, a pickup of 6, and he is over 100 yards on the day with just 6 carries. How impressive has Dalvin Cook been? He's got an argument to be the best running back in this series. Back-to-back 100-yard games. That's impressive. I don't know that any other running back has done that in this series. 2nd down and 4 now. Cousins in the shotgun with less than 4 to play in this one. Kirk going to dump it off to Cook. He's short of the line again by inches. This is going to be a big-time. It's going to come down to the will of the offensive and defensive lines. Who wants it more? So here we go. 3rd down and inches. Approaching the halfway point of the 4th quarter. Handoff Dalvin Cook. Right side, he's got the first down across midfield. Down at the 47-yard line. You got to give it to Dalvin Cook if you want to win this game. But time is of the essence as we're under 3 to go. Minnesota needs to hurry along here. These running backs have been incredible as the teams have gotten better. I agree. Cousins dropping back from center. He's going to look to throw left side. He's got Hawkinson on the run down to the 41. Another pickup of 6. I don't think the Vikings will complain about constant gains of 6 yards on this drive. Likely one more play coming before the 2-minute warning. It would be very wise of Minnesota to do that. Justin Bethel there on the tackle. Cousins hurrying up to the line here. 2:15 to go in the fourth. Cook in the backfield on 2nd down and 4 from the 41-yard line. Snap back from under center. Pass left side is caught by Jefferson. Took a big hit, but he picks up another 6 yards, and all of a sudden, Minnesota is 35 yards away from tying things up at 20. 2-minute warning from Hard Rock Stadium. Who's going to move on to Jacksonville? We will find out in about 5 minutes. I promised you guys a good game, and we have definitely got one on our hands here. 3 receivers right, 1 left, and the 1 lone man on the left side is Justin Jefferson. Cousins feeling the heat, throwing it deep right side. It's incomplete, intended for Jalen Reagor, his favorite target yesterday. It was actually 17-0 at one point. Game started 17-0 to the Dolphins, which would make it an even crazier choke. Crowd is on their feet. Loudest crowd I've heard of this entire series. Cousins here on 2nd and 10. Stepping up, throwing right side. He's got Hawkinson inside the red zone. A pickup of 16 big-time yards. It'll be 1st down and 10. That is a huge throw with pressure in the face. Impressive from Kirk Cousins. As the Vikings will start to move in no huddle. Under 90 seconds to go from the 19-yard line. Cousins across the middle quickly. He's got a man down to the 11. It's Jalen Reagor with his first reception today. Actually, it's number 2. First of the drive, and I think first of this half. This one's going to raise your heart rate. It's going to be close. Approaching the 1-minute mark. A long drive for the Vikings. Looking to cash in with 6. Cousins going end zone. It's intercepted. Kirk Cousins throws a pick at the worst possible time. And the Dolphins have a touchback. Oh, Kirk. Oh, Kirk. How can you do that? Why? Is that Howard again? Is that Howard's second pick today? You've got to be kidding me. Whoever said Howard would be his favorite receiver, you are absolutely correct, Chili. Oh, he got that word for word. Handoff here to Mostert up the middle. He picks up 5, call it 6, and we are a 1st down away from this game being over. I can't believe we had to end the game like that, man. Such a stupid jump ball. That is a painful way for the Viking season to come to an end, if that is actually what ends up causing this game to be over. I-form look for the Dolphins. It's been working all day. 4 yards to move on to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Carry up the middle is going to pick it up, and the Miami Dolphins somehow, some way, have a 17-0 lead. Almost lose it at the very end, but their defense coming up clutch, picking off Kirk Cousins for the 3rd time today. Well, that was still a very impressive game. Can't be too disappointed. I mean, obviously the ending, not what you want, but you know what? Sometimes in the NFL, stuff like that happens. Stupid passes, whatever the reason. Bad read, bad route running. It happens. Vikings burn their final timeout. It does not matter. We'll have 2 more kneel downs for you before we call this one reps. Perhaps a disappointing finish, but it's not too terrible. You know, great game, full of entertainment. Not a blowout like yesterday, even though yesterday's was entertaining. I enjoyed this game thoroughly as Tagovailoa takes his first knee from the timeout. We'll have one more. So the battle of the state of Florida tomorrow. The Miami Dolphins taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars in Jacksonville. Should be a fun one. I'm excited. I think the Dolphins should probably win pretty handily in that one, but Jacksonville could surprise people again. As that kneel down from Tua is going to do it. This game is over. The Dolphins hold off the comeback from the Vikings. They win this one 20-13. We will see everybody tomorrow night for Dolphins versus Jaguars. Later, guys.